hey, so this is for actually using the machine, the cashier. Oh my god, my hair is like, oh, okay. Anyways, this is for actually using the machine. The machine. For the machine, you have to. So first of all, you have to log. They're gonna give you a number for your cashier, or you might have to use someone if it's like your first day, or like your first couple of days working there. So they're gonna give you a number. My number is 3001, whatever number it is, and you will be assigned to a specific cashier. So that way they can track down if you have any cash variances, or if you did anything wrong, or any. I think they also track item voids. From what I saw, like I accidentally looked at a wrong folder when I was trying to get my check, and I think they track down item voids. So you really want to minimize your mistakes, and you want to definitely want to keep everything as you want to make sure that you give everything like the correct change and correct everything. Like try not to make any mistakes if you want to be one of the top cashiers, especially and you also want to sell as many TJX reward credit cards. Okay, that's that. So actually inputting the information, you will be given, like I said, an ID number. So mine is 3001, and then you I think for me they made me make up my own password, and that's star. I'm not gonna tell you, but so okay, so that's when you first year it's ID, and then you log in with the password. Then once you're there, then you're gonna push the button to get the person to call, kind of to get attention, or you can be like, oh, I can help you over here, which is what I end up doing sometimes, because there's like the people don't pay attention, so you just call them like, hey, I'm over here, I can help you. So that's that. And then once you're there, of course, you do your greeting, you take off the hanger, look for sensors, blah blah blah, right, and put it in the bag one by one. And then so you're gonna have the, what's it called, numbers of what's it called, that blah blah, right? So okay, that's kind of the basics. They will you can either so it's gonna have a menu, and you have to push total first, and then you have to say the total. So if I purchase 5 items, the total is $57.63. You actually have to say it, which is what I've been told. You have to say, oh, your total is $56.73. You make sure you push that button. So to help you remember is that you want the customer to see the number too, because they'll only see like the last amount of the last item. So like if this was the last item I purchased and it was $9, and it'll appear $9.03 or whatever, right? So then you want to push the number total so they can see the total, and then just in case they want to be like, oh, I don't want that anymore, it's too much money, or any other thing, before you continue to the transaction, so you just say your total is 93 whatever's, and then after that you push enter, and it's right underneath the total in the top part, and then you say, okay, how are you paying today? And don't just assume, because I had a habit where it's like I just assumed, oh, they're paying this, or I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that, and I was wrong. So you want to make sure you always ask. You want to say, so how are you paying today? And so with that, you'll be able to, just don't assume, just always ask. You don't want to like backtrack and redo it. So how are you paying today? You can either say cash, credit, gift card. There's like a lot of varieties. Sometimes they may even use TJX rewards credit. Okay, so you have to make sure that you know all the things they're using, because then you can use combinations too. They can use a credit card and they can use cash, and you always want to do, I think, cash first is what I heard. Cash, and then you can pay the rest on the credit card. I think, I don't know, probably you can do whatever, but I've always been accustomed to doing cash and the credit. So for cash, okay, cash is, I guess, basics. You push cash, and if it's, they'll have like numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, and or there's a button that says other amount. So some people will use change too, and they won't just give you an exact like a $20 bill to pay their or a $50 bill to pay their cash. So for that, you're going to use other amount. Other amount, yeah, especially if they have like other change. So they want to give you pennies, dimes, anything. So you want to ask them too, like, oh, do you want to use any change to pay for that, or is it just that bill? Most likely, if they give you like a $20 bill, they're not going to give you pennies, but you know, don't always assume. Okay, other amount, and then you push other amount, and then you put whatever. So if it's 23.52 cents, you put 23.52 cents. Okay, that's for that. And then after that, counting the money, it's you. Okay, so you have to make sure you pike in, because the cash register, when you push enter, once you enter that, it's gonna like, of course, open up by itself. So you're gonna have to move aside, because like, I'm dumb. I completely forgot the cash register still then. I was a little bit like shocked, but I was like, oh. So yeah, watch out for the cash register being hit by cash registers. So that's that. And then what you want to do is what I like to do is I like to count by like count it out. I'll be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and in the cents. 5, 10 pennies if I start 5, 10, 15, 20, and if it's like 20 more pennies, or like, so I have like a nickel, it's 25 cents, and it's 29, like 25, and then I grab another penny, 26, 27, 28, 29. That way it's like, I feel like it's easier. That's just neat. So you guys can do whatever you like. I don't know. Don't follow my instructions. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's that. And then you want to count out the money to them too. And like make sure, check the receipt that you have the right amount too, because you do not want any cash variance, or you get a warning, and that's not gonna look pretty. So you give them the amount of money, which is with like, oh, here's your change, 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 40 cents or 45 cents or whatever. And they told me that the cents don't really matter as long as you get the cash right. You don't have to count out the pennies and dimes, because really no one really cares, and if they do care, they would count out the change themselves. So make sure you just get the dollar amounts right. And then, so that's for that. That's cash. And then I'll make another video for credit, because this is a really long video. So, or unless you want me to keep talking. Okay, I'll keep talking. So this is for credit. Credit is super easy. I love when people use credit or debit card. So you basically, so if they ask you, or if you ask them, so what are you using today? And they say debit or credit. So you have to ask them debit or credit. And they will tell you, even if you're using the TJX rewards, their card, there's still a difference between debit and credit for those who didn't. So for credit, you have to ask for an ID. I didn't know this because I don't use debit. I didn't have a debit or credit card because I never like needed one. I was like kind of like, I don't trust cards, right? But because now I get it. So for credit, it's very, very important that you ask them for their ID, just in case there's like any identity theft and like things like that can happen. So you just tell them, oh, can I please see your ID? What a girl told me was like, just for your safety and the store safety. So that's what I ended up telling them. Some people actually do like it, some people don't mind. Some people are like, yeah, sure, whatever. So you ask them for your ID. You make sure that their name matches the ID, and then after that you just let them slide it or insert the chip. So some people don't know because like the chip system is new, but they either have to insert the chip system or they have to insert the so I'll give you an example just in case you peeps don't know. This is a card, and with this here, this is a chip, and this is a sliding, oh my gosh, I just showed you guys. This is the sliding part of it, and you just slide the card. Very relatively simple, I guess. But yeah, the chip system is new, so if they have a chip, just make sure it's inserted there. And then if it's accepted, I'll say processing. Make sure you push the button enter, because then they're just gonna be like, why isn't it working? So make sure you push enter before they put in their card and everything. And then that's about it for card. So if you have any other questions or comments, you want to know more about cashiering or how it works, I can tell you anything. I can help you out with anything, especially for Marshalls, because that's where I am working at the moment. And I will probably make more video. I'll probably make another video more, because there's a lot more to cashiering. It seems simple, but there's a lot more. I'm still like amazed at how how much more complicated it is than I thought, but that's just the basics. There's more to learn, so stay tuned, kids. I'm just kidding. But yeah, wish you luck. Bye. I wish you guys luck, so wish you luck. Peace and love. Half love, because my other hand is holding my phone. But yeah, thank you for listening. Luck.